Media duty today is Paul, Valentin and Danny, so let's get into it. Hello and welcome to this video. You could like, share and subscribe to the channel. Much appreciate it. Liking helps the algorithm, sharing gets in front of people's faces, and subscribing lets me know you like the channel. Hit that notification bell to let you know when videos go live. So Paul Valentin have been speaking to the media today, and this is what he had to say to the Wednesday website. He said they were saying how we need to get things done and two games to go for this great escape. The simple education is set foremost in his mind. After we beat Blackburn last week, I saw the table and I thought this can't be true. But now this is now in our hands and we can do it. The only thing we need to do our jobs. We don't need to look at other teams. We need to look at the table and bring more teams to the fight. And he's right. We need to drag more teams into this. So you want to drag in a Blackburn Rovers. You want to drag in a Plymouth. That kind of thing really helps. We want to win both games. I don't want to suffer. I don't want to be checking my phone, looking at other teams. We can do this. And the thing is, he's done really well with coming into the team now. And he didn't look great when he first came in, but he really has started to play some really good football. I think the only thing for me that's lacking a little bit is a goal, because he got that pace, he got that stuff. He goes on to say, Danny gives the player so much confidence. When you're on the pitch and something happens, you are thinking, yes, Danny said this would happen. The players had so much respect for him as our manager. He tells us the message of being a team to help each other. The key of the team is the team. This is the important thing. If something happens in these two games, it's important we stay together and help each other. We are at home. We are in form. We need to be calm. We don't need no more drama. We need to be in We've been in the relegation zone for so long. We've only been looking up, up, up. But now some teams are looking down, down, down. These are the things that we can use to our advantage, which is right. He then went on to talk about some things with Joe Cran at the Star, which is really interesting. And I love when the Star do pieces like this, because they bring a little bit more about the person and the personality, and I like it a lot. Paul spoke about how his movement gets other players involved. It's not all about just him marking that one position. It's about him making space and stuff. He's enjoying his footballing journey in England so far. He did have a bit of thought where maybe he's not going to play when Danny got here, but Danny loved the game and loved how he could use him. He was happy and he's confident to show what he could do for us. Danny giving more people in the squad more confident, which I spoke about that. He speaks about how Bambo was the translator. He would have me come up to him. He would have Gassama, French, Spanish. He's like, just wait a minute and concentrate. And it's really good. But he was also saying when one's not on the pitch, the other one will say something, say, look, this lad doing this, this and this. And it brings back that team element to help each other again. Togetherness is what they're doing at a minute, and he just going about it, and that's the thing. At the moment, there's a good bond with the players and the fans and the coaching staff. They're all in this together. And they talked about family, how his family's not been able to come over as much to watch him, if at all, because they're all working. His dad's in Catalan. His brother's also a footballer, so he plays at the weekend, and his girlfriend's working. But he said how his dad only told him about the things he did wrong to improve. You need to improve this, then the good things. So it's good that he got that level of kind of thing. And then they spoke about how 34,000 people are going to there. You can't wait to hear the hi-ho Sheffield Wednesday from the fans and just have that ready to go into battle for the game. So for me, it's going to be interesting to see how we do, but really good from Paul. So next up will be Danny, and it'll be interesting what Danny has got to say. Let's talk about Danny's situation then. So he spoke about getting the coaching staff right and getting the right people in that he wanted, and having an experienced coaching staff. It's something that you don't normally get as a new manager, and he understood that. We all said he wanted to attack the last two games, and that's how we were going to do this. If we've got a good player, good tactic, we're keeping the ball. He wants to get on the attack, and he wants to see what they can do and get things up. But he also wants to make sure we do the top, get the things right, and be in position to do our jobs right and get the point. But he said they are good tactically and they are good themselves. They had a 40-minute meeting going through the Blackburn game, and then they had a high-intent training yesterday. No one in the team is saying that they're not ready for it. They're ready for it. No one's been lazy. They're just going for it. It's going to be a sellout. They're ready for this game, and they know they've got to deliver. Bambo's injury is just a mac on, where Icky trained yesterday, didn't train today, had a rest today, and they'll see what happened. But Deshaun is back, and he trained all week, which is good, and hopefully should be back on Saturday. He got asked where the club could go next season, and Danny wants to get the 2 games done first, but they look for future, see a potential to go forward, and we need to do some things right in the summer, and if we get the right things and the right changes, then it'll be great. But it's like energy, getting the facilities, investment, and making sure they've got a squad. But he will try and get things done, but he also knows it all won't be done in one summer. Last game at Hilbert to take something will be awesome, he says. And his method to the players is just to keep on doing what we're doing, defend of the team, attack of the team, do our best and give 100%, which is true. He said he's looking forward to walking out to every home game. They say it's very special when you hear the song and you see it, and just spoke how special that could be. He got asked about would he have taken 4th bottom when he came in. He said 100% he would have taken it, and it just says a lot of what he's about. They got speaking about routines again, about how much he changes it if he does anything different, and he doesn't, but he said you could ask your coach for what he does and doesn't do. He said, is there anything different in the job from being assistant manager to manager? He said, you had the decisions, you make all the decisions, you don't sleep as much, you're having to change things. He spoke about Ike or both Rohl. They played him more of a winger, but last couple of games they put him as in the more central position, and that helped with the mistake for the Blackburn first goal with him pressing. And he mentioned how Masaba was on the same level with that. He got asked about how the under 21s and 18s, and said he keeps an eye on seeing what they're doing to make sure they're doing okay. But he's been concentrating on the first team, obviously. But he said it's good to see. It hoped that he can get everything sorted in terms of like seeing who could progress next season. And he got asked about plans for the summer. And again, this initiates what I've been saying for the longest time. He's got nearly the plans set for the summer, nearly to do. He's just getting the friendly games sorted. They're going to have 1 camp in the UK, 1 camp in Germany. He likes having smaller camps. He doesn't like having a lot of friendlies. He's like having a week training and then having a game. And he said he liked to train. It'll be a good pre-season, see what we can do. But as he also said, he got to make sure he got the squad to come in and train for that. But again, this goes back to everything I have said about this manager. He is setting up for being here for a while by the looks of it, with how he is saying, I've got a pre-season planned. You do not have a pre-season planned if you are going. He said he watched some of the game between the Prem and the Championship last night, but we would concentrate on his meeting notes and stuff like that. He said they've had good duels in training and they've been doing well and kept up the thing. And he said the coaches are passionate in training too, trying to sort things and get in the right position and just improve people day by day. He said it was good to trying to see how we were going and getting playing the way we play. He spoke about Pervader's latest game because there've been pictures of him on his social media training in hot climates. Alex Miller seemed to think it was abroad. I have a funny feeling that could have been Manchester yesterday. They've had some sunshine over the last couple of days. But they said he can have a second scan and see if he could be back next week and see what happens. But that would be good if he was. If we had that extra person on the bench, like a Pervader, that would be huge for us. That would be 100% huge for us to have him there, raring to go, and knowing that person there ready. But a very good press conference. He looked very relaxed and focused. You can tell there's a different side of him this week with what he said. He seems a lot more positive and more in the moment, if that makes sense, trying to sort things out. And with his answers, he seems a bit more happier. Oh, it's all on Wednesday. Wednesday are in control of their own destiny still. So we've got to keep it that way. West Brom we will talk about that in the West Brom preview tomorrow. But here's the thing. We put it in a good position for ourselves. So let's see what happens next. As I said on the state of play, let's see what happens. And what will be, will be.